So you've been doing this a long time. Does playing on Monday night do anything for you at this point, or are you beyond drawing any extra whatever from that energy or whatever?
Yeah, I feel like people try to bring extra motivation to the game, but at this stage of my career, I'm playing for legacy, man. So it's a lot bigger than uh, Monday night or Sunday night. Playing for wins and be impactful in the game. And so the lights are the lights, but try to perform with them or without them.
Joey's been on a good run here
Yeah.
lately. What do you think from him?
Oh man, Joey's Joey, man. As long as he's out there on the field and he's healthy, he's gonna be himself. Just keep him in his groove, however you can. Making sure throughout the week we getting the looks that we need, and he's a special player, so he's gonna make the plays he gonna make as long as he's out there on the field.
So you mentioned on Sunday, though, that you felt like your performance was sort of tied into a good week of practice. Did you feel like you were able to replicate that again this week?
Yeah, definitely. Pretty worn down today because I was actually able to really push it the last few days. Was able to get some extra sprinting in and kind of get back to the routine that I like to stay on during the season. So lifts are going well, practice is going well. Chris is still skinny as hell. He had a TFL; those all rhymed. But yeah, it was another good week.
Just as far as the packages where you're rushing next to Khalil and having Thule in there, how much versatility do you guys have in some of those pass rush packages where, any of you guys can sort of be in any of those three spots?
Yeah, I think we weren't, obviously with the injury, but we weren't really taking advantage of kind of moving around like that as much as we could have. I think, as I said before, we're kind of used to doing that with me and Mel back in the day. But yeah, I think it's great anytime. You don't have to do it every time, but getting that matchup together and then knowing Thule that he's on top of everything and he can handle the spinner and manage the whole thing. So yeah, I think anytime you can kind of get in there, rush at a three technique to kind of get off the chippers and stuff, try to get a one-on-one is a good opportunity.
From the outside, you just guys moving around might not look like much, but for you, what's required to be able to do that and do it well when you're moving from?
It's just communication. When you have a guy like Thule that's really on top of his stuff, it makes it easy. And then me and Khalil just talking, what we're seeing, what we want. We'll probably discuss it before we go out there on the third down, and have a plan going into it. But yeah, it just relies on good communication. It's not the toughest thing in the world. I think ever since moving to outside linebacker, I just have a better feel for everything that's going on. So just be good with the communication, and as long as we're all on the same page, it's fine.
And then with you, is rushing, you use different techniques depending on where you're at, or is it kind of the same?
Yeah, everything's a little more close, tight together inside rushing a guard, so things will happen a little bit quicker. But I still like to work my usual moves, whether it's my hands, power. But yeah, you're definitely you're meeting the guy probably a step earlier, so sometimes maybe switch your feet up, or get into your move a little bit quicker. But I haven't really worked on a lot of three tech rushes in practice, so it's. Just try to translate it over the stuff I'm doing on the edge.
You got a stretch here where you're playing three teams with winning records in the next four. From your opinion and your experience in the league, what does it take to sort of get over the hump and be able to really compete with some of these premier teams?
Yeah, I think what we're doing is what we need to do. We had a little bit of a rough start, but there's some teams that had a great start and now aren't rolling too well. It's that time of the year. Where you really can, cement yourself as a playoff team and a good team in the league. So yeah, I just think if our energy stays the same, I think guys have been really positive. I keep saying this after two tough losses and coming in and the vibe staying the way it is, and guys wanting to compete and just, get to the bottom of what's going on. So. Yeah, I think just staying together, continuing to believe in the process and trusting each other. Definitely no finger pointing and all that, which says a lot about the guys in our locker room. So I think we're doing the right things. We're preparing the right way, and we just have to stick with it.
Do players generally look forward to these opportunities where you're going up against a team that you know is sort of going to be in the mix there at the end and really a chance to test yourself, or is that not really?
No, I mean it's a thought for sure, but I mean, as you know, every single week is, and it doesn't matter who it is. It's pretty much a playoff game in the NFL. You never know any given Sunday. That's an old phrase, whatever, but it's yeah, literally every single Sunday is crazy. So it's you gotta. I think you just have to kind of prepare the same way every week. That it's going to be a battle. But you know, coming out of it, it's always good to know that you competed against a good team.